Hello, friends. Are you one who is going to face the common entrance examination for design? Yes, I'm talking about CEED 2025. Friends, I have come with a very important bunch of question and answer. And before I really give you the question and answer of upcoming CEED examination, which you know is the gateway for MDiS program in IISc, Bangalore. A lot of IITs like Bombay, Delhi, Guwahati, Hyderabad, Jodhpur, Kanpur, and Roorkee. Triple IT, DM, Jabalpur, and Kanchipuram. Now, your guide to succeed in CEET, you know that there are 342 seats altogether. That follows after the understanding of examination scheme. Friends, my name is Rajendra Bhatia representing Creative Edge, and let's look into the examination pattern or the scheme. There are two sections, A and B. A is aptitude, 150 marks. You have four types of question in this. Sorry, three types. NAT, there will be 1 to 8 question. All are 4 marks. Marks for each wrong answer is 0. There is no negative marking in this first section of 1 to 8. MSQ, multiple select question. There are 10 of them, numbering 9 to 18. There is partial marking because there are more than one correct answer. So if you are doing all the correct answers, you get 4 marks. For a wrong answer, you get -1. If you are not attempting, let's say there are 2 correct answers and you are attempting only one of them, you don't get any negative mark. And if that one is good, so you get 2 out of 4. So altogether it comprises 40 marks. Friends, then comes MCQ. Now, although multiple choice question, it has got only one correct answer. Do not attempt more than, written is multiple choice question. Do not attempt more than one because it also has got negative marking. In MSQ, there was -1. Here it is -0.5 because the positive marking is 3 for a correct answer. So altogether, this comprises 78 marks. And these three types of question, NAT, MSQ, and MCQ, total can fetch you 150 marks. Now, here is a time when I want to tell you something about aptitude. One cannot really score more than 150 marks, that is for sure. Generally, what I see, a very good candidate score about 100 marks. But the one who is very careful of not giving a wrong answer, particularly you prevent yourself from any guessing. So here there is a limitation of marking, but real competition or real success come in the B part, CAT. 100 marks altogether, 5 questions. I'll also talk about the timing for the examination. The type of question are either sketching, creativity, form sensitivity, visual sensitivity, and problem identification. One question each, of course, and there always is a partial marking. Negative marking, no, but I must tell you that the examiner who get to see about 50 of the answer sheet, whether a different examiner, and they keep on checking. I'm not very sure about it, although that the checking is done by only Um, I mean, 50 copies are checked by one or not. Anyway, so no guesses on that. But there is definitely an impression taken by the jury, by the examiner, and that impression, although they say there is no negative marking, but it does work back of mind of that person. Do not give mark for a blunder mistake, and that lead him to sort of a less marking, which eventually is negative marking. Okay, so here, although the total marks are 100, but real competition is here because in MCQs or MSQs or NAT, you can have a limitation of numbers. Here is one which is very vague, like which sketch to be given what number. So here the competition is out of those 50, 70 answer sheet, which one particular examiner get. So the best one will get the highest percentile and the worst will get the lowest percentile. And rest of them will be adjusted in between. So try to be the best in this. Now, I take you on to the type of question. I have already narrated that they are sketching, creativity, form sensitivity, visual sensitivity, and problem identification. There are a few sample I have collected for you, and I'm sure they are going to help you. This one question I have taken from previous year question, the sketching part. This segment tests your ability to sketch products, people, or scenes with precision, proportion, perspective, and shading technique at times. This is at times only. Otherwise, shading technique generally is avoided in seed. Now, if you look into the question, Gauri is a fisherwoman from Warsaw, Mumbai. She sells fish at same spot every day on a dusty pavement along with main road, alongside of the main road. She gets upset and angry when someone takes her spot. She doesn't like to when customer bargain with her on her products. Now, the question are here. That was the character explanation. God is sitting at her spot and impatiently waiting for customers. That is the first sketch that you have to make. She uses a towel to chase away the flies. She hates them sitting on the fish. Anybody would do that. There are 10 marks for it. So you have to give one sketch showing Gauri using a towel to chase away the flies. Second part of it, another sketch. Gauri is very angry at a customer. Now, do not draw the customer. That is a warning for you. So you have to only do. Now, if you observe these two questions, you will find that it is the face expression and maybe a little of the body expression in that is the gesture of the female, which will make or mar your um, sketch. Additional instructions, you can go through them at your leisure. There, the question is also available on net, or you can always refer my this presentation. We go on to the answer. Now, what do you see in the face? Little animated face done. See the eyelids downward as if getting sad, sorrowful. The lip is like twisted and, you know, very boringly she is waiting and moving a towel to run away the flies around here. So what was the preparation required for it? The face expression. That works as good as 80% of the total answer. Of course, 80% of the 10 marks. Same is the case in the other one. Look at the face. Angry eyes, like that of the angry bird, and she is yelling at the customer. So again, same thing happening. Facial expression taking away the majority of the section of this. Not that you are not to do. A little part is covered with a gesture of hand. So this was question one. Now this is the time I must explain to you. There are 2.5 hours given for the total of your question paper that includes aptitude as well as the creative ability test. 5 questions for only 100 marks and 5 very elaborated sketching or doodling. So don't you think that you should either have 1 hour 15 minutes for aptitude and 1 hour 15 minutes for the creative ability test? I will slightly exaggerate it. Practice your aptitude in such a way that you are able to do it in 1 hour time, those 44 questions, and look forward for devoting more time. Why I'm saying so? Because I have observed with, or I have experienced with earlier candidates. They were good candidates, but they left a lot of sketching at the end of the day. Why? Because of paucity of time. So today is the right time to practice out, and you should be practicing the aptitude in such a way that you solve those 44 questions well within 1 hour and devote more time in sketching. You devote more time because you can score better marks out of 100, which is going to decide for the, because you see 150 marks is like more mathematical, like you can score best of marks if you are well prepared. Others would also do that, but sketching and creative ability altogether will will derive the maximum attention, not only of yours but also of the examiner, while while you have to score maximum out of 100. So devote more time even in the examination for the creative ability. We go on to the second type of question, and that is creativity. In this section, students encounter questions that assess their capability to respond innovatively and empathetically to design challenges and scenarios. What is the question here? Using the visual element given in the 10 boxes, create recognizable objects and give a title to all of them. Use only black pencil or pen. Draw only within the boundaries of the boxes. Again, no shading. Okay. Evaluation criteria, originality and diversity of ideas, clarity and neatness of the sketches. You don't think that always such kind of a sketch would be coming up, but you should have knowledge of versatile subject, versatile type of object drawing that can only come up with your good practice. When you come to my class, I will give you some of the very interesting tips where to practice it from. electronic and electrical gadgets, gadgets from kitchen, general ideas about musical instrument, and utility objects. You should also implement a little from fine art if you can. Like here it is worldly art. So 10 of those are done here, and you can expect good marks because a versatile subject has been covered here. We go on to the next type of question, form sensitivity. Now, form sensitivity in this section, student encounter question that assess their capability to think in 3D form and adjust to the same to the given problem, adjusting all the proportions. Now, here is a sketch given. Visualize the form of a mixer grinder body matching the design language of the given jar. Sketch and render the body with the jar. Now, whenever there is a word called as rendering, you can think in terms of shading and even shadow. Sketching and render the body with the jar. Use the same perspective as that of the given jar. Here it is there mentioned also surface shading, quality of the line, stroke, etc. of course are always checked. Now in this answer, first we have a keen look at the answer. The answer has been given with help of black and white, that is graphite pencil only, but fairly good type of shading is done. Then the jar and the body, even two axes have been used. There are fair number of switches or the light and the marks are there. What is missing in this sketch is labeling. Please do label it, and if you can solve it alongside the material that you suggest for using here. Nothing like it. Like there may be use of PVC or hard plastic. You have to mention that alongside mentioning the body. You can as well say the body containing the motor inside it. Okay? So only the surface was to be shaded. That means no ghost view was required and no exploded view was required. You were supposed to only derive the form, and in the form you should use some other axis so that it becomes more stable design. Okay? We go on to the next question now. This is one. I see a lot of students really committing blunder mistakes. Visual sensitivity is skills to communicate concepts and ideas clearly with help of text and visual. The question is create a 2D graphic icon for each of the given below. All icons should belong to the same design style. Let us first see a gramophone, then there are mushrooms, then there is a snail, and there is a butterfly. What do you derive out of it? Each one can be converted to a logo, a picture suggesting um, maybe a logo of a company if the idea can be derived. It. Firstly, look into the answer, then you will have more clear idea as to what is required here. In my attempt, I've done it with color. Many a time in the examination, they ask, do it only black and white. Then the task is even more um, difficult. Why? Because colors also speak something. When it is black and white, you have to be, very. So from the gramophone, I have derived this kind of a logo. Company name I give is Infinite Music. In a logo, we always use certain Gestalt principle. Here I have used Gestalt principle of continuity. As you can see the continuity with this gap over here, which also speak of music in it. This one I have derived from the bunch of mushroom. See, I have even suggested many company names where they are very kind of analogous to each other. Resort, or this is luxurious row houses or luxury row houses. Both could be adopted. Luxury resort, luxury row houses, luxurious row houses, ethnic row houses. These are few names that come up with this logo. So from mushrooms, I have derived this design. From the snail, Cherry Top Cakes is the only company name I have suggested. And the same theme I've used, that is purple, yellow as a background, purple, yellow. They look like similarity is there. And of course, here the Gestalt principle was proximity. That means bringing everything uh, close. That was also suggestive in the picture of mushroom. Now here there's a singular snail. So I have brought in a singular cake here and attractive name cherry top. I should have really designed it in cherry color. So now I do it for you. So Gestalt principle of similarity has been used. Then you can derive from butterfly. Butterfly itself speak of a flight. So fly beyond harmony, that is the company name I have suggested. Propelling wings is another one. I have used Gestalt principles of similarity and continuity. All the time it is not just one Gestalt principle in any one sketch. In this case, I have used two Gestalt principle because I use this small gap that shows a little continuity in these two elements of the design. To some of you who have understood the concept of this kind of visual sensitivity, this is good. To some of you, you require more understanding of it and more practice of it. Then the last type of question that is also part of CEED is, and it's very important one, problem identification. Skill to understand the user and the context, knowledge of properties of the material, and then appropriate use in the design. Problem identification question shown below is the picture of a toothbrush. According to you, What are the six most important problems that user might face while using such a toothbrush? Illustrate and annotate these problems in the space provided and describe each problem in one sentence. Do not suggest solution. This is another mistake. And as I tried explaining you, they do write that there is no negative marking, but if you start giving a solution to this, when there is a clear instruction of only problem to be narrated with sketches and do not use suggestion or suggest any solution. Now, if you give a solution alongside problem, don't you think that you are inviting negative marking? You are actually. So be careful about reading the question very well. Evaluation criteria, quality and diversity of your observation, analytical skills and communication. I've given the answer in 2, 3 slides. So if you know the material, you may as well say a poor grip of the handle. So that is one small sentence and you have explained it. Rigid neck, you have tried explaining it with arrows. Two problems. Third problem, bacteria accumulation. Now here is a technical word used along with the problems. So that's where I think you can score good marks. Then a small bristle. कुछ नहीं पता चल रहा था तो small bristle तो दिख ही रहे हैं. Then such type of brush, common problem is worn out bristle. So that also can be given in the solution. These are only very suggestive, basic kind of how to really solve the CEED paper. So these are certain very basic kind of sketches done. More things you gather when you really come for uh, a practice session with me and my colleagues. Friends, now why I have really narrated all 5 kind of creative ability question, because that is one place apart from of course aptitude that you need a lot of help. So please look into the next slide. If you're looking for some help, I got this narration for you. Only 3 months left for seed. You see, I must write down seed here. You seed and seed, same day, 19 January 25. NID PG, NIFT PG, and of course UGA as well, same day. So you can join us, Creative Edge. And why join us in the fast track batch? In the fast track batch, we will be providing you 300 plus hours of live classes. We are India's biggest and best faculty team. Now, these live classes can be accessed anytime as recorded lectures. Till college selection support, mock test and video analysis, topic tests and assignments, and top rankers study material which already has got a big name in the industry. So what I will say you, register yourself or call on to 7676574400. I'll write it down for you. 767657 4400. Right, friends? I'm sure you have understood a part of what we are and what we can really help you out for. I thank you very much for the time that you have spent with me, and I'm sure this is going to help you a lot in the upcoming CEED examination, postgraduate, NID, NIFT, and if any one of you is looking forward for the undergraduate program also, same thing, there is a fast track batch. So bye for now. Thank you very much.